What is the makeup of a good life? Is it materialistic? Money? Is it something you can feel in someone else? Does a good life only come when you find it, or is it made up of the experience along the way? These are all questions of the philosophical view or metaphorical ideology. Bertrand Russell says, "The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Neither love without knowledge nor knowledge without love can produce a good life." This quote implies that the feelings of love and the roadway of knowledge both work together to create a path for the well-formed lifestyle. The comment about love being a factor says more so that the happiness you feel is what leads a good life, but being driven entirely by emotion isn't stable. It needs to be grounded by reality. That form of reality being knowledge, of course. General intelligence. This combination of passion and knowledge is comparable more than love for another person or simply knowing a lot. Now let's put this in terms of food. Food in all forms, dishes created through chefs' care for their job, or even just the motivation to partake in a hobby, is not just mixing ingredients together to magically make something good. It's the knowledge of precise measurement of each individual part needed to form together, all packed with the skills needed to be known and learned. Things like knowing how to properly cut a slab of meat or knead dough. But not only is the creation of food a life-enriching process, but indulging in the consumption of food is an entirely different level. Let's break this down. The making of food is a requirement of passion, knowledge, and skill, aspects that support a person, but eating is primal. It doesn't require much knowledge or skill, it's survival. And that's not to say that you can't find happiness in just eating, but it adds to the fact that you made and ate this good food. And eating this good food is more than a simple act of enjoyment. It's something that has evolved with us, from cavemen gnawing on rocks up to a British guy screaming and throwing you a plate of French-style consommé débalish. And on that note, French dishes. I move further to the fact that food is a matter of culture. It evolved with us in the form of culture. It can hold a rich immersion towards a full country, open your eyes to a whole new taste, a whole new world even. It can have such power as to connect you to people's histories. In fact, it can connect to your own history. Food is able to spark a part of the brain that feeds onto your memory. It can create nostalgia. It can recall you back to a memory that had been a very rare and impactful meal. It could even remind you of a point so valuable that it becomes life-changing for you. So then, if the consumption of food and the creation of food both spark such happiness, if food holds such strong movement of character, then could it not hold the key to what good life should be? Let's look at it this way. You spend your life crafting your own meal. Sometimes your recipe fails, but the mistake you've made is what you learn from. Or maybe you try, but you can't find where to start. So you explore other tastes of the world. You look around at everybody trying their hardest to form the best plate they can. And to keep up with it all, you return to what you know. And when that happens, you're reminded of where you've been. Because in these times of food, you imagine the future as a banquet, the past as a lesson, and you think that now is the time to cook.